Hi everybody. Imagine if there is a skyscraper just about to fall and a man is hammering a nail into it thinking of it can prevent the building from fall. This is exactly what recycling looks like when we talk about the problem of plastic pollution.
8 million metric tons of plastic trash enters the sea from land every year.
Our blue planet is facing one of the biggest threats in human history.
Plastics are everywhere, which is both a description of the number of stories and studies related to the phenomena.
We can't see them, we can't feel them, but they're everywhere.
People with microplastics in their arteries are twice as likely to have a heart attack or stroke.
And with all that, plastic says I am inevitable. It is present in the food we eat, the water we drink, and the air we breathe. So the problem of plastic is not just an environmental issue. It has been ingested in our human body. It is present in our cells, our organs, and causing various health issues to our body. Now look at the images of chicks of a seabird called albatross. The chick died with a 24 gram of plastic in his stomach. And we humans are not very far, as we already started ingesting plastics. Here in this video, we will be discussing the views of author Matt Wilkins shared in his article at a generation-old science magazine called Scientific Americans. People, for the credibility of the magazine, I would like to tell you, this is the same magazine where Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and even 100+ Nobel Prize winners have shared their articles. Let's have a deep dive into it. People, here's an interesting story of 1950s. This was the time when plastic was being consumed and produced at a very large scale.
There's a great future in plastics.
In the 1950s and 60s, the plastics industry not only transformed manufacturing around the world, it fundamentally altered the way people use and dispose of everyday products.
This was the same time when peoples and the lawmakers of America became aware about the environmental impacts of plastic pollution. People's anxiety about waste increased and plastic was their main target. Because while other wastes were easily disposable, plastic could last in environment forever. Plastic became a word used to describe which is cheap, flimsy, and a threat to our environment. And several American cities started banning plastic bags. This was the first time when recycling was introduced as the solution of plastic problem. And do you know by whom? The very manufacturers of plastic itself. The industry led an influential drive encouraging municipalities to collect recyclable materials as a part of their waste management system. However, recycling being far feasible solution, most of the plastics ended up going into landfills or oceans. During the same period of time, big beverage giants of America like Coca-Cola and Anheuser-Busch formed a non-profit organization called Keep America Beautiful. And this was the first time when word litterbug was introduced to American dictionary. Litterbug is the word used for someone who leaves the plastics on ground at public places. They further launched a very popular environmental movement ad called Crying Indian, where a Native American was shown in tears while looking at a litterbug.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
This ad was watched by millions of people and influenced them, as consumers are the reasons of the problem and recycling is solution for this problem. All their efforts seemed benevolent but was designed to distract people and government's attention from producing plastics. Coca-Cola and Nestle tops the list for producing over 450 metric million tons of plastics each year. In 1950s, an American city, Vermont, passed the bill for banning non-refillable containers. The whole industry, including Keep America Beautiful, opposed this bill as this was cutting their profit margins. As consumers, we always try to reduce our plastic footprints. We carry reusable containers for drink, non-plastic bags for groceries, and we even pay heavy penalties when we don't follow. But the consumers and recycling cannot prevent Earth from falling until a sustainable alternative is not adopted by the government and major industries. Remember the bird I've shown to you in the starting of the video? That could be us if we don't stop using plastics now.